weird sexual practices in Africa you should know. Africans are full of amazing or surprising practices. All these unimaginable things are unfathomable for one to express as they come to be traditions that are practiced. There are some of the African sexual practices which are not in existence. One among these is the female genital mutilation solemnly practiced in Ghana. It was abolished because of its negative implications on the women. Here are some of the strange sexual practices which can be seen today in Africa. 1. Wife stealing. This practice is common among the Wadeebi tribe, a subgroup of the Fulani ethnic group. The women are allowed to have many husbands as they want or wish. They are liberty to pick any man of their choice on this ceremonial day, where are freed by their husband to test another man's sexual performance in bed. The women here normally pick their mates, especially those who dance as well to their taste. After this sex practice, they don't have the right to return to their former husband, but solemnly stick to the newly picked or found one, to virginity testing. This is one of the recognized traditional practices carried out in South Africa. It is popularly known as umhanga. This practice can be seen among the Zulu ethnic group who reside in KwaZulu-Natal province. The government in South Africa has been trying to figure out some measures to be used to annul this practice, but all to no avail. Mflengwa is a popular annual reed dance performed by the Zulu tribe. Girls cannot verge into this practice anyhow. For them to be part of this ceremony, their virginity need to be tested by a qualified or professional virginity tester. This test is carried out in a separate room where there would be no interruption, and the woman assigned would be able to perform her duty excellently. During this test, the girl called to be tested would lie down on her back with her legs spread or open, and the woman or the tester would use her bare hands to open her vagina with both hands to look inside if her hymen is intact or not. She would be given a certificate of virginity. This shows a proof that she has never been deflowered by any man. This tradition is believed to help the young female run away from illicit sex before the appointed time and to avoid contacting hides. There are a set of people who still stand on their ground to reject such practice. 3. Potency test. This practice is almost similar to the virginity test. It is normally carried out by the Banyankole in Uganda. This is done before the marriage of the groom, a situation where the aunt of the bride first has the taste of the groom's genital organ before his wife is. The aunt stands at the right position to confirm if the groom is manly enough to handle their daughter. Then, the approval can be given for the marriage to be done. Another alternative is that the aunt will be permitted to watch the expected couples to have sex right before her presence, or listening to their sex activities as validation of marriage to be carried out. 4. Sexual cleansing. Another weird practice found in South Africa is the sexual cleansing. It is locally referred to as Kisasa Fambi. This is practiced in some African countries like Malawi, Kenya, Zambia, and a host of others. This is a form of practice that requires the woman to have sex with a professional male sex worker who is classified as a hyena. It normally happens when a girl experiences her first menstrual flow, when a woman loses her husband, and when an abortion is done. Those who are masculine gender that carried out this act are sometimes a future husband being selected or the brother-in-law to the widow. The hyenas are not permitted to use any form of protection when having intercourse with these women. It placed the women on the risk of contacting hive-sides, sty, and unwanted pregnancy. 5. Wife offering to a guest. This practice is traceable to the Himba people. It is referred to as Okujisa Omakazendu, which is translated as offering the wife to the guest. A man will allow his wife to sleep with his guest for a night of his visitation, to show that the guest is valued and welcome. The Himba man who offers his wife to a guest is not permitted to sleep in the same hut where his wife and his guest are sleeping. He finds another place to pass a night till dawn. 6. Dry sex. There are many people who doesn't know what this term is all about. Some take it to be the pulling off of one's clothes and going through the motions of sexual intercourse, thrusting, grinding, and rubbing against each other's bodies without ever having sex. While others say it is a means of going through the motions of sexual intercourse without taking off all your clothes. Dry sex is dominantly practiced among the KwaZulu-Natal. 7. The use of leaf, herbs for sexual satisfaction. Some women have been found with this kind of practice, where they are found with the use of insertion of herbal aphrodisiacs, household detergents, and antiseptic into their vagina before sex to increase friction, even while pain is involved. Some researchers said some women got the use of powder and leaves to heighten sexual pleasure. In Malawi, a report states that some women use traditional substances to tighten their vagina before coitus. In conclusion, the sexual practices discussed above are not just general kinkiness. They are traditions and culturally demanding. Some cultures view some of these practices as taboo, while others welcome it as a celebration that their people need to partake or carry out. Other sexual practices that can be seen in some parts of the African setting are masturbation, anal sex, the kicking and sucking of both genital organs, etc. Some of these practices are influenced by the transferred way. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more.